We're joined now by Brenen Hofstadter, President of Generational Capital Markets. Thank you so much for being here, Brenen.
Thank you, Claudia. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Tell us a little about your company.
So, Generational Capital Markets is based in Dallas, and we're an M&A company that handles client across the U.S. and Canada, selling privately held businesses between 5 and 200 million of value.
You were on a correspondent panel, and you're talking about activity in Japan. Will you share that with us?
Sure. So the panel is broad about international buyers, but our firm has had two fairly recent cases where we've sold businesses to Japanese buyers. So I'll share brief case studies on those two
Let's do
deals.
It. Okay. So tell us about WB Johnston's Grain.
Okay. So WB Johnston's Grain is a transaction that we sold this year, and it was founded in Oklahoma, actually before the state was founded in 1894. And the company warehouses and distributes grain and fertilizers and frac sand and different commodities from farmers to the markets. They use rail, they use truck, they use ports. And the ultimate best buyer for that transaction was a company called CGB out of New Orleans. And they're held by two very large Japanese agribusinesses called Zeno and Itochu. And the reason why those Japanese buyers bought my client is that we had learned through the process of marketing that for Japanese agribusiness, acquiring companies to increase the flow of product from the market, the flow of food services and food products, is on par with national defense in Japan because of the dynamic of large population and limited farming, that there's massive amounts of capital flowing into North America and worldwide to secure more food sourcing.
Let's also talk about, if you have a few minutes, Wave 2.
So Wave 2 is a transaction done in the last 2 years. They're a Dallas-based company, and we sold that firm to All Covered, that is a subsidiary of Konica Minolta. And the key drivers for that deal is that All Covered was growing their services driven by the mandated EMR. Government mandates to put electronic medical records into hospitals and physician practices and medical industry. And also Konica Minolta's drive to continue to expand globally and expand into North America primarily. And I guess just thinking about both transactions and our work with Japanese buyers is, for our firm, we've been most effective finding foreign buyers, Japanese buyers that already have holdings in North America in order that we're able to have quick time, quick deal velocity, same documents, same legal, same language, and that's been most effective for our firm.
And if you had a crystal ball and you could look into the future, do you see the trend continuing, the surge continuing?
I think for our firm, it's slow, but each year we tend to do more and more cross-border deals with Canada in particular, Europe, Japan, and I think it's a slow but steady increase for our firm.
Brenen, a pleasure to talk with you today.
Thanks
for joining us on M&A TV.
All right, be well.